Hello.
Salam alaikum, black man. This is Coach Malachi of True Media Podcast. We calling you today, brother. We want to know, do you have any availability to speak?
Feel like I'm shalom, my brother. Yeah, absolutely, I do. I was kind of asleep, so I didn't hear the show. So I don't know where we at right now, but let's talk. What's up, dog?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I know you sleep right now. I'm finna wake you up in a minute. So listen, brother,
Yeah,
check it
what's
out. We saw this past weekend. I don't know if you saw the fight, but this past weekend, the phenom Jerron Boots Ennis, he became a unified 154-pound champion at junior middleweight. He beat he beat the guy that was ranked in the top 10 in 3 of the 4 sanctioning bodies by the name of Wisma Lima Bean. He beat him in Philly. Um, he beat him in Philly. He disposed of him in seconds. It was like a minute and 48 seconds, almost 120 seconds. He beat the 2-minute mark. He disposed of him. A tough competitor. Jaleel Hackett. This is kind of long, but just wait, just bear with me. Jaleel Hackett
I'm
was the
with you.
one who first put me up on Wiesman. He said that when he moved to 154 pounds division, he said Wiesman was one of the guys he wanted to fight. So he made a call. He didn't say any names. He said, I made a call to the people at Matchroom, the matchmakers or whatever at Matchroom, and say, look, the people who make the fights happen. He said, look, I want to fight Wisma Lima. He got a belt. I just want to get any kind of belt. Let me fight him. And he said that he was told by the people at Matchroom that they told him, look, the IBO belt ain't nothing. It ain't. Let me write, because I wrote the notes down. He said it does nothing for your career. He said they told him the IBO does nothing for his career and don't even worry about Lima. And next thing we know, Boots is fighting Lima. And Jaleel fought Elijah Vine from Philly and on the Riyadh season card. So and I asked him, I said, well, how did Boots get the fight? He said he don't know. And I said, can you give me any specifics? Can you give me any names of who told you that? He said, look, let's just say the people at Matchroom. He didn't want to say any name. He said, let's just say the people at Matchroom told him that fighting Lima does nothing for his career and the belt doesn't mean anything. What say you about that, brother?
Man, I don't know, man. There's a whole lot to that. I heard what you said. I'm understanding. I'm picking up what you putting down. It sounds like a lot, but it sounds clear as day to me what's going on there, man. It sounds like he brought Lima Bean to the attention of Matchroom, and it sounds like Matchroom say, yeah, we're gonna let us get that up off you real quick. That's what it sounded like Matchroom said to him. Let us get that off you, and they snatched up his opponent and they used his opponent for the phenom. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. After I saw the fight, that's the first thing I thought about. I said, you know what? Me personally, I think that they saved that fight for Boots. I don't know if he put them up on it or whatever, but whatever happened was they probably told him no. They gave him Elijah Vines. We was in Vegas when he fought Elijah, and then Boots is now fighting Lima Bean, and then he beat him. Now I will say this here. I don't know how true this is, but after the fight, they showed Lima in the locker room with Boots. Boots gave the man 2 Philly cheesesteaks. Sources say that was his payment for the fight. Bro, I swear to God, dog, Boots gave the man 2 cheesesteaks, fam.
I saw him give him 2 cheese there, but the fact that you said that was just, look, but that was the payment for the fight, but that was hilarious, boy. Here you go, bro. Have a good trip. Here you go, my brother. Have a safe trip.
Here you go, baby boy. You know what I mean? I'm a man of my word. I know Eddie don't get you. Now listen, now according to the contract, because I saw the contract. I represent Boots. I represent Boots because people like yourself and other people, y'all been very critical of Boots, and I'm here to defend my client. And I saw the contract. Now, according to the contract, Wisma Lima Bean got paid 2 whole head cheese sandwiches, a $75 Amazon gift card, a case of Coronas, a pack of Now and Laters. You know what I mean? We got him a chicken salad from Chick-fil-A, and then as a bonus, my client Gerard Boots Ennis gave the man 2 Philly cheesesteaks, and you know Philly cheesesteaks is the best cheesesteaks in the world. So you know from Philly. So you know,
originally from the source, man. Look, man, if that's what he got, that's what he got, man. That's what he signed up to get, man. It is what it is, man. You did your job, you did what you're supposed to do. You came in here, you made my man look good. There it is. You did your job.
Hey, look, check this out now. Now, what I loved about the fight, I love the fact that Boots called the names out. When he disposed of Lima Bean and he became the unified champion. I don't know if you know this is, but Lima Bean was the IBO champ. He's only been boxing for 6 years as a pro, but he's heavy-handed. Had he been able to connect that night against Boots, there's a good chance that Boots probably would have been knocked down, like Greg Hackett predicted, or slept, right? But he didn't do it because Boots is just levels. You know, it's a 6-letter word called levels. You know what I mean? You know, if you are on another level, that's the 5-letter word. But when you are levels above, that means multiple levels.
When you that 6-letter word above, shit is I mean, I'm about to say this. I don't doubt by no means. I mean, his father talked many times about how he been training him since he been crawling. He said how he grew up in the gym. He got 2 brothers that fought. You know, shout out to the whole family. Yeah. Shout out to the whole team. So, I mean, he been saying that's why he's so good. He grew up in the gym. He grew up doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And Lima Bean, we know, started this at about 18 years old when he graduated high school or beyond or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And I guess according to the record, he got 14 fights in 8 years, and 14 fights in 12 years.
Yeah, he knows.
So how many years that is?
No. He
14
turned pro.
Years. 14 years.
No. He turned pro in 2019.
But that's so we got. But I'm saying though, that's still from the time he ever laced up though. From the time he laced up the glove, he ain't had no amateur experience and nothing like that we know about. You know, we can't find. So I don't know, man. But you know. Like you said, I don't think nobody else expected him to be nothing less than levels above Jerron. I don't think we expected him to be nothing but levels above. So, you know, he went out there, he did what he was supposed to do. You know, he looked phenomenal to his flock. Mm-hmm. And you know, everybody else is now, you know, ooh, he's scary. Let's wait to see what he do to the next tomato can. I mean, man.
World-class champion. World-class champion.
World-class champion. Right. There you go.
Put some respect.
See what he do the next can. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't mean to say tomato can. Because, you know, one thing I know about this coach, one thing I figured out about this is I got to be careful. Anytime that you point out anything, no matter whether it's true or not, if it's not positive towards the people they like or that they want to be, it's going to be called hate.
Yeah. You public,
you know that, Coach?
You public enemy number one. You public enemy number one. The people from Philly, they own your bumper right now. You public enemy number one. I'm trying to defend my client, Jerron Boots Ennis, because you know I see the greatness. Listen, there's not a doubt in my mind that if Lima Bean would have fought anyone else at 154 outside of Boots, he probably would have slept him or won. So, you know, It's just that Boots is levels above him. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, he lost the Boots, man. You know, I mean, he lost.
Ain't nothing wrong with losing that fight, man. I mean, I hope my man, you know, bounce back, get good. I don't think he'll get that wish again signed though. I think he killed that wish though. I know he was running around there saying, Eddie, sign me please, and begging to get signed. Hey, my brother, hey, look, man, I'm down for you. You look like me. You look like me. You feel what I mean? He look like my son. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? So, you know, matter of fact, shit, he's 32. I got a 31-year-old son, so he look like my own son. You feel what I'm saying? So he's like he could be my son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rooting for him, but that dream of getting signed, that shit is past dead.
Well,
that shit past dead.
Well, you know, I got a promotional company called Nick Sack Promotions. He can always come over here. You know, I mean, I pay him to come over here and fight for Nick Sack Promotions. I got some real easy matchmaking for him. You get what I'm saying? We got to try to build him back up. I can get him back in the top he's in the top 10 in 3 of the 4 sanctioned bodies.
I mean, look at it like this.
Yeah.
He is definitely he's now a known fighter, no matter what. Just like David Avocado, when they was talking all that trash about when Chance Crawford fought him, they was calling David Avocado, David Apostosha,
David Amnesia.
Hey, look, hold on, Coach. David, David, I forgot. Like, David, I forgot. So he was everybody. You feel what I'm saying? But now David Avenesian is actually a player in the game. He's actually a name and a player in the game. You feel what I'm saying? So, when you grace the ring with some of these people, they then become a name. They then become somehow more talented than anybody else ever fought. No matter what they do, no matter what they ever won or not in front of nobody, it's just the fact that you grace the ring with one of their guys and the guy that they love, and from now on, you are better than anybody they ever seen or you ever been in the ring with. It's I'm just how it goes. That's how it goes, Coach. So right now, to some of those people, he's better than anybody, on the rest of these guys' records. You feel what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
Okay,
man.
What was he called when Boots fought him, though? When Crawford fought him, it was David Avocado, David Amnesia, David Amnesia, David I forgot. When Boots fought him, what was they calling him?
Oh, he was David Abenesian. That brother was, listen, he was David Abenesian. Like, all day, he was David Abenesian. Like, he was used for sparring. He flew in. Like, he was a legit world beater. He was a legit world opponent, according to Eddie Hearn. You got to remember, he said that now. Eddie Hearn said that. After picking that Crawford fight him. After picking that, you can't listen, Coach. That's what I'm telling you right now. What I'm doing, what I'm saying, us being on this phone discussing facts of boxing, which are facts that can be researched, is called hating for some reason. It's called hating.
That's right.
It's called hating.
Hate is the interpretation.
We ain't even got to say, Coach, listen to me, Coach. We don't even have to say it with no type of tone. We don't got to say it with no type of nothing. We can just state a fact. But the fact that you pointed it out, you are hating, my brother. You understand? This. We are slandering. We are a hate site right now. Hey, look.
Hey, look, man.
Can't make this shit up, man. You can't make it up.
Look. Listen. I'm letting it be known. This was a unification match. My main man, Gerard Boots Ennis, he put on a spectacular performance. I am of the belief that if Lima Bean would have fought Virgil Ortiz, Bakram, Sebastian Fendora, he probably would have slept all of them. It's just that Boots is levels above him, and he made it look easy. So
I got to stop you right there, Coach. You tell the goddamn lie. That's the goddamn lie. Now you tell the goddamn lie.
Look, man.
Yeah.
That's what Eddie said.
For you,
That's what Eddie said.
Wait a minute. Is that what he said?
Eddie said before the fight, before Boots stepped in the ring with him, he said this guy, Lima is a tough competitor. And I promise you, if he fights any of those other guys, this before they fought, if he fight any of those other guys, at 154, you know what I mean? He would be a tough out for them. He didn't say he'll knock him out, but he said he'll be a tough out. This is what he said, and he said it with a straight face. I got the video when he said it.
I believe he said it again, but he also said he was talking trash about David Apostosha, and then he came back and said that David Apostosha was a world beater, he was a world-class fighter. We know he said that for a fact.
That's
so
true.
Eddie Hearn is known to do shit like this. He's known to lie to the people. He's known to tell you what you want to hear. And, unfortunately, a certain population of people, a certain type of people, going to buy that shit and eat it right on up. No matter what. Do you know Karen Chukwudazian, right?
Yeah.
Chukwujon. Some of the guys been hitting me in my inbox. Some of his people been hitting me in my inbox saying, "Do you see about that agent saying that Karen fight agent pretty well? What you mean? What happened? He won 2 fights now." I went to look because they told me about it. They called me and told me I'm out of my business. I don't follow Karen. I don't know.
Yeah.
They told me about well, that whole Karen doing this stuff too. I go look at who Karen fought. Karen fought one guy with 13-2 with 15 fights in his life, and one guy with 14 fights in his life.
Yeah,
and they expect me to be impressed by this shit.
Yeah, 2 10-rounders. I'm looking at it now. He fought one
two
dude.
10-rounders, 14 fights, 150. And come on, man. You can't make it up, man. You can't make it up. But if you talk about that, then somehow you are a hater. You feel what I'm saying? These guys can have 2 losses or whatever else, and they can be beat by nobody, but you are a hater if you bring that up. You feel me?
Well, Karen won by decision. He beat both of those dudes by decision. I'm looking at it right now on Boss Rec. He fought. Man. He beat a dude by. He listen right after the 12-round loss to Bouts, unanimous decision loss. He beat a dude named Christian Javier Ayala, 10-round decision to beat him in Germany.
He's a killer.
And he beat Joel Mafad over there. I don't know what that's at. I don't know what country that is.
Mafad is close to Mufasa. That sounds like Mufasa. Like, you name Mufasa, you're a bad Mama Jamba, man. So, hey, look, I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, but us discussing this, us pointing out the facts, the talking points that they point out, that makes you a hater, coach. I'm just telling you, man. Hey, what you doing right now, coach? You know who you on the phone with?
Yeah, you the ops.
Enemy number one.
Yeah, you the ops. Listen, I'm pointing out the facts. The fact of the matter is,
you can't point out the facts. You can't point out the facts not with the ops. You can't point out the facts with the ops. You know.
Listen,
you can't do that, coach. You got to be careful. You're stealing a thin line, coach, because now you're gonna be a hater because you point out the facts. You can't do that.
Listen,
not with me around.
The facts that I'm pointing out is that Lima Bean was a world champion. He was the IBO champ. My client, Jerron Boots Ennis, is now a unified champion at 154 pounds, unifying the WBA intern belt along with the IBO title. So he's a unified champ. That, those are the facts. The facts is we paid Lima Bean with 2 cheesesteaks. That's the facts. The facts is, we did it in spectacular fashion. Meek Mill was out there watching. Gillian Wallow was out there watching. We had an after party. Those are the facts. And, it boosts just levels. And you got to understand, brother, that right now we want all the smoke. Everybody ducking. And, Lima is a champion. So there's nobody at 154 that's a unified champ. Name them, but Boots. So we did what we had to do.
That's what's up. But now I do remember that right after those call-outs, one guy answered right back immediately. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Bakram. I'm looking at it right now on Twitter. Bakram said, I'm ready right now. He said he's ready.
Man, that boy, yeah. That's going to be the test right there. That's going to be the test right there. He said it. The people want to see it. And that's what we need to be at. That's a better fight than Virgil. To me, in my eyes, that's a less tailor-made fight. And the reason I think it's a less tailor-made fight is because of what I said. You got to give him some respect. And I think Bachman ain't afraid of him. I don't think Virgil is afraid of him either. So I think Bachman probably got that equalizer to keep his ass off and to keep him honest. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion, though. So, hey, it stands to be seen. We saw Bachman do what he did to a lackluster Tim Tszyu who didn't age that well himself. But I think it was the fashion that he did it in. And I don't know, just for whatever reason, Bachman has been the boogeyman ever since that one performance, and nobody want to fight him. So, okay. I think it'll be a good fight. I know Turkey said that he want to make the fight. Turkey said he can't find nobody to fight him. I think they're going to be the fight that's going to get offered next. I think they're going to try to offer that fight for February next year in Riyadh season. And we're gonna see if that comes to fruition.
How can Bakram be the boogeyman when Boots is chasing him? We chasing Virgil Ortiz. We chasing Bakram. We chasing Fando. We chasing these dudes, fam.
Guess what? When he called his name, Bakram trying right around. That ain't chasing. As soon as he called his name, hey, Bak. He said Bak. He said, huh? And he said, hey, Bak. He said immediately.
The man, we chasing this dude, man. He said he ready. I ain't gonna lie. He said it the same night, Boots. The same night at 11:03 p.m. 11:03. I'm showing it on the screen right now. At 11:03 p.m. As soon as Boots beat Lima Bean. He posted, "I'm ready" at 11:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Man, I love it. I love it. That's what a fighter does. That's how a fighter act. That's how a fighter move. I'm one. Again, I'm one that's out there to be said that's how fighters move. You feel what I'm saying? People don't know. Again, Devin Haney, Brian Norman fight got made in 7 days. That fight was made in 7 days. You feel what I'm saying? That's ain't no talks, ain't no none of that. Made, complete, 7 days. You feel what I'm saying? So I like how Baka move, man. That's how a real fighter supposed to move. It don't have to be no smoke and mirrors. It ain't got to be no questions. It ain't got to be no what else. It ain't got to be no, I'm ready. Let's get it. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't think Bakram going to want that much money. And then if you do want that much money, it ain't going to matter because you got Turkey Al-Sheikh involved. Turkey Al-Sheikh is the one that he's been trying to find fights for Bakram anyway. So I think he messed around and called the right name. That's what I think.
You know what? Now, if they're able to make that fight, if Boots able to make any of those fights, my client, Jerron Boots Ennis, which is Crawford 2.0. Eddie Hearn said also, Eddie Hearn, his representative also said that Boots is pound for pound #1 in waiting. So we gotta look forward to that. Also, after the fight, there's a video of Eddie Hearn saying that, hold on, as a matter of fact, you probably ain't see this. I have it right here. Say, fuck them all, we're going to destroy them. Listen to this.
Say what we're going to do. We're going to unify at 54, at least, right? Hopefully undisputed. Then we're going to go at 60. Yeah. And then we deal with that other fella. Yeah. If he's still hanging around, we'll deal with him as well. They in the way. We'll deal with him as well.
So you heard what Eddie said. Eddie said, fuck them all. We're going to get them all. And Boots was like, yeah. He was co-signing Eddie. He spoke about client confidence. He said, yeah, we're going to get them all. He said, we're going to hopefully become undisputed at 154. Then we're going to 160. And then we go to 168. And we'll take care of the other fella. Now, the other fella is the name that that Eddie Hearn been calling forever, is Terrence Crawford. And then Boots said, yeah, we going to get him. He's in the way. You get what I'm saying? So we got plans. We got plans, baby boy.
All right. What words matter? He didn't say he in the way. He said, yeah, they in the way. He did say that.
He said they in the way. You show. We said, let's see that again.
Play it back.
That's right. Inside 6 rounds. Sure. Fuck them all. We're going to destroy them.
Yes. Yeah.
And then. I know there's a few cameras. What? Say what we're going to do. We're going to unify at 54, at least, right? Hopefully undisputed. Then we're going to go at 60. Yeah. And then we deal with that other fella. Yeah. If he's still hanging around, we'll deal with him as well.
They in the way.
We'll deal with him as well.
Man, the man say he in the way, man. He say he in the way.
No, he said, yeah, we're going to get them all.
Yeah, we're going to get them all.
The
I ain't hear that. It sounded like he said he, because Eddie Hearn was specifically talking about a certain guy he called in, and he said then we're going to get the other fella.
Man, look. That's it. If he called his name, if he said his name, it don't matter either way it goes. He in the way, goddamn. So yeah.
So
if he said his name, then he in the way.
So they're in the way. So what I'm saying is, now this is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that the simple fact that my client was able to dispose of a champion. He only had one loss. Lima Bean was 15-1. He only had one loss. The way that the way he disposed of the champion, I fear that other champions at 154, 60, and beyond would be afraid to get in the ring with Boots based on based on how he disposes of his competition. What say you about that? How you feel about that?
Hold on 1 second. My bad. What's the question again? Cause I'm trying to read something.
No, I'm saying how like based on the way he disposed of the champion, the IBO champ with
man, come on, we ain't gonna do that, cause goddamn, we gonna give him credit for doing what he's doing. We gonna give him credit for we gonna give him credit for let's even say this. The man got stopped. You heard me? Lima Bean was stopped. Lima Bean was on his feet. Lima Bean was stopped by the ref.
Yeah,
he was gonna get stopped either way it go, but he got stopped. He didn't get cold clocked.
Yeah, he didn't get
he didn't get knocked out. He didn't get stretched out like people saying devastating knockout. It wasn't a devastating knockout. No, the man stand on his feet. Yeah, he got cold clock. He was out of his league. He was out of his element. He was out of his everything. But we ain't gonna make up shit there. Goddamn, coach.
But how won't making it up? The man literally beat the champion.
It was a good performance. He did what he was supposed to do, but he ain't showed no tremendous nothing. He went in there. He took that man out. He didn't play with his food like he wasn't supposed to play with his food. He went in there. He went in there through a lot of punches. Whether it was the man was overwhelmed, couldn't get his shit together. No matter what it was. You feel what I'm saying? He got him up out of there. So he got him up out of there. He gets all. No.
Would you at least admit that he beat the champion his first fight?
Absolutely. I'm not saying different. I didn't say no different. I just said I can't remember what you said that made me say, hell no, we gonna get him all that. But I can't remember what you said. Yeah, no, absolutely. He beat an IBO champion that nobody ever heard of. But we gotta admit there's champions everywhere. With the argument, some of the arguments in boxing for the people that don't know the belts, that don't know what champions are, and that don't know what champions matter. They are intercontinental champions. We're talking about from WBA, WBO, WBC, They make all the continental Americans. They make so many titles. You feel what I'm saying? So their titles all over the place. That's why nobody ever knew this guy. I think this guy was. I searched it. The guy real rank was number 16. He was number 16, and they moved him up to number 9. His real rank was 16 immediately. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said. In fact, if you don't believe me, coach, you can go look at BoxRec now, man. Listen, go look at BoxRec now. They got that man ranked. They got Jerron Ennis ranked number 1 at super welterweight.
Yeah, I know. BoxRec. Yeah, I know.
Do you know what that means? Do you know what number 1 at super welterweight means? That means you are the most accomplished. That means you are the best at that weight class.
Yeah.
How? Based on your eye test. How? That's what I'm telling you. So that's what I'm saying. But when you state facts, when you say, wait a minute, like Devin Haney, they got Devin Haney ranked number 1 at welterweight. Who's admittedly himself say he's fighting the best welterweight. Devin Haney said out his mouth he's fighting the best welterweight. But you got BoxRec, they got Devin Haney ranked number 1 at welterweight right now. Never took a fight at welterweight at all. Never competed at welterweight. Well, you feel what I'm saying? So that's why some of these things are laughable, and you can't point out facts. It's all about politics. It's all about what you want to be true. Yeah. It's all about what you want to believe. I mean, it's all over the place, man.
Well, you can pay money. You can pay money to get people moved up the rankings in BoxRec.
Exactly.
So it ain't BoxRec.
There you go. There you go.
I got a couple of homeboys. I'm finna get ranked in the top 15 right now.
Man, you can't, and it'll damn sure work. It'll damn sure work. You go look at the welterweight division. I was looking at the welterweight division, and I was looking at all them UK fighters, them Brit fighters, or whatever that was over there. I said, let me go see who's supposed to be the man. You got Lewis Crocker. You got. Look at all them guys they got up there that you ain't never heard of, you ain't never seen, they ain't never fought nobody, they ain't never beat nobody. Look at all them guys that's above, other people. You
feel what I'm saying? Flame on there.
Waka Flame. You got everybody, man. You got everybody, man. You got Kalamazoo. You got you got his brother Baby Zoo. You got all of them. You know what I'm talking about, man? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. The shit. They water it down and they mess up the integrity of the fight. And I think that's why they got people like Zuffa coming in trying to do what they doing, because you can't. They got people like Zuffa trying to do what they do because you can't give credit to BoxRec. You can't give credit to some of these rankings. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? I'm thinking Boots more than likely is going to fight the WBA title holder in Abbas. His name is Abbas.
He better not. You know why?
Why?
First of all, that's a champion. So that's a respectable fight. It's a champion. He did what he did to get to be a champion. But the only reason I'm saying, so that's not me hating on that. The reason I'm saying he better not is because the boxing world, he didn't call out Abbas. He didn't call out a bot.
No,
He didn't call out a bot.
Eddie Hearn mentioned him. Eddie Hearn mentioned him.
I didn't hear about Eddie Hearn. So in that, and what you just said, Eddie Hearn said a boss in that room.
Yeah, he did. He mentioned him. He mentioned our boss
in that room just now.
I don't know about in this room, but there's an interview. Matter of fact, I have it right here. He mentioned. Matter of fact, he mentioned right here.
Yeah. Ed is slicking. Look, he's slick.
I got it right here.
He's slicking up. Yeah.
I got it right here. Hold on.
Oh, if Boots is not on the plans for Virgil in his next upcoming fight, if he beats Lubin, who would you then pinpoint in terms of, because you need a marquee opponent for his next fight? I mean, who would be the two other guys that you would pick out?
Mertzalaev, Fundora, Zayas, Abu, anyone with a belt.
Yeah, but
he said Abu. So I think you know what, you might be right. He didn't say a boss. He said Abu. I don't know who Abu is.
That's him.
That's him. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's why I assume he was talking about, because he got a belt.
Are any of those guys realistic options?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've noticed you've asked me a lot of questions this week. Everyone's been generally negative. So we're going to put a positive spin on it. I'm the best in the business. He's the best in the business.
Facts.
I'm going to do my job. He's going to do his job.
Facts.
And I've got to do my job because I don't want to miss this opportunity to watch this guy beat everybody. And I'm going to enjoy every moment of watching him become the pound for pound number one.
Yes, yes.
So you heard the excitement in Boots' voice. He was like, yes. Eddie was saying all the right things, fam. Eddie was saying all the right things.
Yeah.
Best promoter in the game.
But him, that's why I'm trying to tell you that he kind of can't go for a boss right now. It's like when Bud moved up and fought Madrimov, a boss would be the exact same thing as Bud fighting Madrimov, right?
Yeah.
Nobody can argue with that. That would be the exact same thing equally. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I go across the board with it.
Right.
People like to move the goalposts. I ain't moving shit. So him being a champion would be fine. But he's an unknown champion. All these He's an unknown champion. You can't take the easy route. You can't go to and call out all them big names and then have the boogeyman call you to say immediately. Matter of fact, did he even respond to that? I'm ready. No. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna respond to that. I'm ready. He gonna go silent again.
The thing,
we're gonna see.
No, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Now I'm about to say we're gonna see if anybody that interview. We're gonna see if he goes back to just doing interviews with YSM. We're gonna see if he goes just doing interviews with everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Because with the real people gonna ask, okay, you got Bakram calling you out, telling you what's up. I'm ready. You got Turkey saying that he can't find Bakram a fight. Are you ready to make that fight?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like that's a basic, simple question. Are you ready to make that fight? His only answer that's got to be right now is yes. He ain't no more nothing. His only answer is yes. But somebody gotta do their journalistic duty, point that out, and ask him that question, and push Eddie to make that fight happen.
The only thing is. I remember, and you're right about that with Boots fighting with Bud fighting Marjamal. The only issue is when he moved to 154, he immediately tried to fight Fundora. And I remember the video where they said, well, Fundora won't be ready. He had a broken nose. Scamps Allowed said that. And then there was an interview later on down the line when it was announced that Fundora was going to be fighting. Because remember, right after Fundora beat Tim Tszyu, Errol Spence jumped in the ring and said, yeah, I'm fighting him next and this and that, yada, 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 yada. And so Scampson said that, why should we fight Crawford, who's not a draw? This is what he said. And, when we can fight Errol Spence in Dallas Stadium and we can have 90,000 fans come out to see.
I remember that.
Yeah, so the only reason why Crawford fought the other champion in Fundora is because Fundora. And so that's that typical PBC shit. That's how it was.
Coach, you gotta give me 2 seconds, man. Hold on.
All right, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Take care of your business. Y'all, you still there, B? All right, cool. Now he got me on hold. Y'all. He got me on hold. Yeah. So I remember that. So like some of these fights, typical PBC shit. That's what they be doing, dog. Like they'll sit back and Scamson lie so goddamn much. It's amazing to me. Like me personally, I'm not really crazy about Scamson Lie. I've seen him before when I was in Virginia. When I was in Virginia when Keyshawn Davis was supposed to fight Emma De Los Santos, he ended up that fight not happened because of he came in overweight. Some say he didn't even try to make the weight, and Emma De Los Santos' team pulled the plug on that.
My bad, coach.
Yeah. But go ahead. But what I was saying, I was telling the crowd about how I met Scamson Liewitz. I didn't even say nothing to him. I saw him like, because I'm not no phony dude. If I don't like how you be moving and shit like that, and you ain't my cup of tea, I ain't gonna be flawed when I see you and be like, yeah, man, what's up, man? Hey, how you doing? I don't do that shit. So I saw Scamson in Virginia, and I'm like, he lies so much, dog. That's what I don't like about these promoters. The promoters lie. That's what they do. They lie all the time. So, like you said, with you and with B Norman Jr., with B Jr. and Devin Haney, you said y'all made that fight in 7 days. And I think the common denominator that I see with that is Turki Al-Sheikh.
Absolutely. It ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be much negotiation. Because the things that matter, he gonna pacify you. He gonna put that shit in your mouth and shut you up. So it's gonna be just like with the boots and the Virgin. People gotta understand that. That's why it was another reason came out about, we want to unify, we wanted this, we wanted that. That's why it's always another reason. Because when you're dealing with the church, that money ain't gonna be the thing. Money ain't gonna be a thing. Location ain't gonna be a thing because it's gonna be on his turf. He's gonna pay you the money to put it on his turf. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that part ain't gonna be a thing. You know what I mean? So but he's let go though, man. Look, he can't fight a box Baru right now. No, again, because he's gonna be in the same. But I told people this too. I said he gonna mess up part about him fighting Lima Bean. It's when the fight was first made. I said the worst part about him fighting Lima Bean is no matter how he does, he's gonna get criticized. I said no matter how he does, he's gonna get criticized. I said that then he got to go through that waiting period of finding another opponent and actually getting it. You feel what I'm saying? So then he got to go through that part. That's going to take a process. We know it take him 6 months to find a fight. It takes him 6 months to find an opponent. Even though you got a man that he called out personally, and he called right back and said immediately, yes. Turki Al-Sheikh said he trying to find him a fight. He can't find him a fight. That's a no-brainer. Virgil Ortiz got a fight coming up. You feel what I'm saying? It's a no-brainer. I think that Barkham is a bigger test for him than Virgil Ortiz. That's my personal opinion. And Virgil Ortiz got to get past Lubin, and I don't think Lubin is no slouch, whatever. But I don't know how that fight goes. Lubin didn't look that good against his last fight, but he is a world-class fighter. Yeah. He did great against Fundora, and he only lost to Charlo. So you got to give him all the props in the world.
My thing is this. So, like you said, if he don't fight, if Boots don't fight one of those top name guys, then they're gonna
crucify him.
They're gonna crucify him. That is true. But this another thing though. He shouldn't have to wait 5-6 months to make another fight. When you being a former boxer yourself, and you know about this here. Boots made easy work of Lima Bean. He beat him in seconds, literally in seconds. I made it in 48 seconds.
Didn't even break a sweat.
So he's ready to have another fight like next week if he wanted to.
Right.
So do you think that he didn't take any punishment, so he shouldn't have to wait 6 months? What say you about that?
I don't. I think that's where the business gonna come in. That's why I'm telling y'all. That's why I've been saying is Turki gonna come with Bakram. You finna get some mess. Watch. Turki gonna come with Bakram immediately.
Yeah.
Turki already looking for Bakram a fight. He's going to come with Bakram immediately, and I'm guessing he's gonna come with Bakram for that February 22nd card. Not 22nd. I'm sorry. That February card he trying to put together. And Riyadh season, and I'm guessing there's gonna be some BS behind it. I know that Eddie wants to make money off of Boost because even last night, like again, these are facts that you can't. These are the facts that's not hate, and it ain't about who does what and who do this and who do that. But we're talking about from a business standpoint. His ticket sales have been going the other way. They have been declining. You can go look that up for yourself. His ticket sales have been declining. So now, and that's called investing. So now Eddie is ready to start making his money back. Any businessman would be ready to make his money back.
Right.
He made his money back through turkey out of sheep. That's why he secured the gold with Jerron in it, so he can present the gold to turkey out of sheep and get paid to use his gold. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. The turkey out of sheep gets
Yeah.
the guy that got the money. So yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. Do you think?
Yeah. So,
Do you? So we know turkey out of sheep don't care. Turkey out of sheep gonna make any fight, any big fight,
Yeah.
whatever. The money's not gonna be an
Bacrum.
issue. Do you foresee Eddie Hearn maybe not wanting to deal with Turkey right now to try to make?
Absolutely not. No, he want to deal with Turkey. Nope. He don't want to say Boo said that much.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna try to push. I think they're hoping for because it's not made yet. Even though Bacrum responded immediately and said he ready, depending on the relationship. I think right now it's gonna depend on the relationship that Turkey got with Bacrum. That's what I'm thinking. This is my guess. I don't know nothing about the relationship. That's my guess. Like if you my partner and I rock with you, right? And you come to me with something, hey man, let me get that fight. You feel what I'm saying? Because the world want to see Ortiz in it. That's what the so-called I don't. But that's what I want to see it, but that's not the top of my to-do list because he's not even a champion. You call him out champions and you throwing Ortiz in there with the champions and he's not a champion. You feel what I'm saying? So on my top of it was on top of my to-do list, it would be Bacrum. And Bacrum already responded. So like I said, I think after this fight with Virgil and Lubin, depending on how it goes, we'll know very quickly. But even if Virgil wins, I'm guessing that what's the name still gonna come with Bacrum. That's what I'm guessing. Now I think this one's gonna be behind the scenes. I think he's gonna come with both of them. Maybe he'll come with both of them. You feel what I'm saying?
What about Oscar? Do you think Oscar would want to?
Yeah.
Because to me, it kind of seems like Eddie Hearn is really pump faking, and De La Hoya is pump faking when it comes to making the boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz fight.
Oscar will. I think Oscar will.
Think it will. Yeah.
I think he will. Wait. I think he will, depending on how Virgil looks with Lubin. I think he will. If Virgil looks good with Lubin, he absolutely will. I mean, he on paper and people, he's more tested. He's more tested. He's been knocked down. He's been in some real fights. He's been in some fights where he had adversity. That's what you need. You need to go through them kind of fights to build a fighter. Mm-hmm. Your fighter's not gonna be perfect from beginning to end. That's what people don't understand. You're not gonna. Terrence Crawford wasn't perfect from beginning to end. No. Terrence Crawford got hurt. Terrence Crawford got arguably dropped by what's the name? Victor Poster by Mean Machine. Right. Machine, yeah. It happens. It happens to every last one. What's his name? Canelo.
Got hurt against Gamboa too.
Exactly. So it happens. Yeah, it happens. It's part of boxing. It's part of boxing. It's gonna happen, and I think that's a very important part of growing a fighter. Is going through those adversities, getting cut, getting dropped, getting hurt. All of those are perfect. Then it's about what you do when those happen. That's how you build a elite fighter. You don't just think you got this weapon that just ain't nothing gonna ever happen to him. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you also got divine intervention. You feel what I'm saying? Shit happens. Motherfuckers get caught. Motherfuckers get hit in the wrong spot. I keep bringing up Bacoli when Joseph Parker that grazed him on top of the head.
Yeah.
He had that big man dancing everywhere. That was a whole lot of weight.
Yeah.
That was a whole lot of weight. He didn't hit him with a good shot. He grazed him in the right spot. Divine intervention. Trying to tell you. Everything happens. So I think if he does good against Lubin, I think he's definitely ready for that fight. I think Oscar would absolutely put him in that fight because he stands a better chance of being a battle-tested fighter than the other guy. So, I think he would definitely go for it. Now, do I think he would beat the other guy? I don't know about that one. Bacrum, like I said, is a better test.
Now, you know what? Now, I kind of do like the Bacrum angle for, you probably say like February or something of that sort. I'm gonna tell you why.
Right.
And see, I gotta explain this to you because you've been a boxer, a retired boxer yourself. You might can get where I'm coming from. And I'm pivoting a little bit. The reason why I don't like to compare fighters, whether it's Crawford, Canelo, Boots, Usyk, whoever the top level fighters are, even your son, the Devin Haney, whoever, right? To the older school fighters, the greats like the Ray Robertson and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you why. When they go to talk about this guy could fight in any era, or he would beat, they probably can fight in any era. I don't know, but that could be debatable. But he would beat this guy, beat that guy. The reason why I don't say that is because it was a different criteria, and those guys fought with smaller gloves, like the Ray Robinson, my favorite fighter of all time. They fought with smaller gloves. They fought randomly. They fought on not random, but on the regular. Like someone like a Ray Robinson, he was running through the welterweight division. He had trouble getting fights, so he moved up the middleweight, fought Jake LaMotta, and lost. You get what I'm saying? He lost a decision to Jake LaMotta. Had a tune-up fight 2 weeks later. And then he had a tune-up fight 2 weeks later. And then I want to say he fought him at welterweight, 140 to 140 something. And then he moved back up to the fight Jake LaMotta a week after the tune-up fight. So he lost to Jake LaMotta like the earlier part of the month. 2 weeks after that, had a tune-up fight, and 5 days after the tune-up fought Jake LaMotta again, and he beat him in a unanimous decision. So I don't know how many fighters of this era and fighters like that did that all the time can fight under that criteria.
Them boys bad. None. That's why you can't do that. Yeah. I'm agreeing with you, Coach. You can't compare across the board. Yeah. Your era is your era. I mean, without the one, you wouldn't be here. Without them going through what they're going through, and you seeing what you saw, and people, even with the skill set, you know what I'm saying, it evolves. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm with you on that, Coach. You can't compare the two. Them boys were warriors. 15 rounds, smaller gloves. Look, same day weigh-ins. Yeah. They fought more. Like, they fought a lot more fights. Like, come on, bro. It ain't even a question. Yeah. Them boys are tougher than leather. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, ain't even a debate when it comes to them. So that's why that's why people need to in a era like I don't understand them making a comparison because of course they're gonna go to this who it is, a Floyd Mayweather and a Terence Crawford. Yeah. You can kind of make that comparison. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's the modern day era and it's the same rules, but this is what's different. What's different about that era is the killers that was in it. And I'm not saying that Bud didn't fight no killers.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Listen, the level of competition was different.
The level of competition.
The level of competition was different. Those guys some of those guys were a lot more killers, a lot more stronger.
Right.
Like I said before, and then the reason why I don't like to compare the eras because like from back in those days, I'm like, these dudes didn't have the sports science and the sports medicines that they have today. They didn't have
all the snack. They had a snack.
They had snack. They didn't have strength and conditioning coaches. Right. It was your chef was your wife. Look, baby. Yep. You know what I mean?
True story. Yeah.
She made your meals.
They ain't had ain't no that nutritionist.
Yeah.
Nutritionist.
No.
None of that.
No, I totally agree with that. And this is why I don't compare. Hey, there's no comparison. Well, I don't care what is Crawford, what is Floyd or whatever. I'm like, man, I don't know if them dudes could have fought under those circumstances. Same day weigh in, 8-ounce gloves. Like shit. It's a lot of these dudes that's undefeated now. They would have got their ass whooped back then.
Hey, Coach, these motherfuckers in cold. They in cryo chair therapy, cryo chambers and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Cold. They getting shock therapists, they muscles and shit. They doing every goddamn thing, man. It is what it is, man.
Hey, but listen, listen, brother. I really appreciate you. I'm excited about the upcoming fight. You and your son and Devin Haney have. I got a lot of love for Dev. I got a lot of love for your son, and I'm gonna do everything in my part to promote the hell out of this fight. I'm anxious about this fight, bro, and I appreciate y'all, man, for just stepping up to the plate. All involved, making the fight happen, man. I appreciate y'all.
For sure, man. This how the young generation doing it. This how it's supposed to be done. I expect Devin Haney to move no different than he's moving right now after this fight. You don't expect Brian Norman to move no different than he's moving after this fight. Y'all better put your other guys that you put on these high-ass pedestals, and y'all better hope they move like this after, you know what I'm saying, after they fight. That's what you better do. You know what I'm saying? You better hope the guys that you're talking about that was in that last previous era, when, in the tail end of Floyd Mayweather, you better hope they step up and start fighting other people and putting their ass on the line and pause, but putting their life on the line and putting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Putting
understand.
it all out, hang out there. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all better hope they start doing it like that. You feel what I'm saying? Devin Haney doing it, Brian Norman doing it, these boys is putting it, they putting it all on the line. They putting their face card on the line. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, hey, man, that's how it's supposed to be done. I appreciate you, Coach. I appreciate the promotion. We got to go get ready for Debo Dale.
Tuck your chain. Tuck your chain. Tuck your
We got
chain.
Chuck, yeah, we got to get ready for Debo Dale. We got to go, you know what I'm saying? He got Sugar McJulie and all them with him, man. You know, he got all the bodies, everybody all boiled up in one. So we got to figure out how we can overcome that seven-headed monster over there. You feel what I'm saying? So we gonna see what we gotta do, Coach.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.